Here's another thing about generational curses part 2. You know, a lot of my indoctrinated family members will sit there and worship a slave owner religion like Christianity of Jesus worshiping that was created by the European slave masters back in slavery. And these indoctrinated family members on my mother's side who worship in Jesus to make things right and be the same type of people will be so dumb and retarded, mentally ill in the head to say like, well, grace to the damn Jesus God that we worship. You know, this person got a higher position at this job place. Well, we know job places was made by Satan because, you know, a lot of these so-called damn Christians out here, they don't realize that all these job places was made by the fucking satanic devil that they claim to hate, but they sit there and work at these satanic jobs. Like, how can any indoctrinated family member on my mother's side claim to hate the satanic devil, but still want to work at these satanic slavery jobs that stresses them out, that doesn't give them no freedom? So what's the point of that? And on top of that, a lot of indoctrinated family members on my mother's side, they'll get mad at any spiritual person, real spiritual person that tells them, you know, these jobs that you're working at, you know, it's doing nothing but draining your energy and it lacks creativity of imagination, and you're wasting your years at these satanic jobs. And then these fucking Jesus worshiping indoctrinated relatives on my mother's side that refuse to detach from the Christianity religion with the last names, like with the slave on the last names like Davis, Howard, Carter, Bullitt, and all that shit, and etc. Man, they refuse to detach from all these slave owner religions. They refuse. When I say they refuse, they're so ignorant and hard-headed, especially the ones that's from the Generation X and baby boomer generation. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my indoctrinated family members on my mother's side with the slave on the last names like Davis, Howard, Carter, Bullitt, it's like, bro, they don't really get it. They don't really get it. They refuse to be intuitionally intelligent. They're just mentally ill in the head due to the slave owners' generational curse of fucking Jesus religion. And I have to suffer with that stuff every single day. And like indoctrinated family members on my mother's side, they don't realize that, okay, this Jesus that you're worshiping, why the fuck are you slaving away for money then? Why are you slaving away for money at these satanic jobs that Satan created, and you still worshiping this Jesus at the same time? You can't be working for two masters. That's one thing a lot of my indoctrinated family members on my mother's side don't get. Okay, if you worshiping a Jesus person, you're not supposed to be you're not supposed to be loving two masters. Okay, because in Christians' eyes, they be saying, well, chasing money and chasing material things is evil, because, you know, the material and the money thing is the root of all evil. But yet these damn Christians, like my indoctrinated family members on my mother's side, who are so poisoned by the European slave masters' teaching, they still chasing money. They still chasing material things. They're chasing things at a damn 9-to-5 job corporation that Satan created. And they still worshiping Jesus they worship Jesus to give them these things that they need, but they working at a satanic job. Okay, if I was worshiping a Jesus character, why would I need a satanic 9-to-5 job to get what I need, when this Jesus character is supposed to have everything I need, as my indoctrinated family members on my mother's side claim? Because, you know, people, man, indoctrinated family members, man, that's so fucking far gone in indoctrinated religion curses like the Christianity religion, man, bro, they are so much of a hypocrite. They worship a Jesus and then turn around and then go and fucking work at a 9-to-5 satanic job to get things that they need. But the Jesus person is supposed to have everything that they wish for. And me, I have common sense to know that this so-called Jesus person is really the Satanist that they claim that they be loving. Like, the Jesus person is really the damn satanic devil in disguise. Because why? Guess what? The damn Jesus person had claimed to tell a lot of these so-called humans that if you drink the blood of Jesus, you will be saved. Okay, drinking the blood of Jesus will be cannibalism. Okay, a lot of my indoctrinated sleep family members who suffer from the generational curse of the European slave owners, they have not realized that if you drink the blood of another human, that's cannibalism, because that Jesus character, for all of you know, that Jesus character is a human. You know, nobody knows what type of humanoid species that Jesus character was. We don't know what planet this humanoid extraterrestrial Jesus came from. We don't know. A lot of my indoctrinated family members don't know. They never even met Jesus before. A lot of my indoctrinated family members put love into a fictional Jesus character before they do with a real life person that exists, such as their conspiracy theory labeled spiritual relative, that always try to re-educate them to be on the right track of real spirituality, to break away from generational curses. But we all know that don't make sense. We know it don't happen, man. We know it don't happen. I tried so many years. I tried since I was like 15. I tried when I was 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. The years go on. And it always failed with a lot of my indoctrinated family members on my mother's side, because a lot of family members on my mother's side, they grew up in the Western European countries like USA, because, you know, the Europeans founded USA. Europeans founded USA. Why you think laws are so whitewashed there? Why you think places like Louisiana is so fucking whitewashed and so damn hateful towards spiritual, Afrocentric, darker skinned, copper skinned, melanated people? Why you think that? Come on, man. And a lot of my family members on my mother's side, they grew up in the slave owner places like European Louisiana of USA, and etc. European lands in USA. That's why a lot of my indoctrinated family members on my mother's side are so indoctrinated by that Jesus religion thing. Because everywhere you go in a European country, especially European countries like USA, it's nothing but Christians around. There's no Afrocentric people that represent Unk Life. You can hardly ever find people like me in USA that represents Unk Life spirituality, of Afrocentric spirituality. Man, you hardly ever gonna see it. You would think that a lot of indoctrinated family members who be so much of a hypocrite to worship a Jesus person to get things that they need, and they don't need nothing else, but they will be the same family members who will literally work at a satanic 9-to-5 job that was created by the so-called Satan devil that they claim to hate, and still work for a damn satanic devil corporation while trying to have love for two masters. From what I've learned, from what I've heard, what I've seen, you're not supposed to be having love for two masters. You're not supposed to. If you have love for this Jesus person, why the fuck would you want to be working at these 9-to-5 slavery jobs? You got to make it make sense. You got to make it make sense. A lot of my indoctrinated family members don't know this, because if I was to tell a lot of my indoctrinated uncles, aunties, indoctrinated family members, man, they will be attacking me and try to treat me like the villain when I'm the hero all along. Let me tell you this. If I was to commit suicide today, and just say, forget trying to like break generational curses, forget trying to like explain myself to family members that are so far gone in that Jesus slave owner generational curse indoctrination, it's going to hit them hard. Because for one, they didn't take heed to everything. And family members that are indoctrinated on my mother's side, they didn't take heed to anything I say, because of my darker skin complexion, because I'm not a European slave master that they all look up to. So it's like, what's the point of breaking generational curses? It's no point in that. It's sad to see how indoctrinated family members that will worship some slave owner Jesus religion that was created by the Jezebel demon realm slave owners, and these will be the same family members who worship Jesus, talking about they don't like care about materialistic things and like all this other shit, but they will still work at a 9-to-5 slavery job just to get all this fake ass money and all this etc. slave owner society things that has no value in the multiverse or father or mother nature. It makes no sense. A lot of indoctrinated family members put slavery jobs above them, like these slavery jobs some type of higher being, while they be like some Jesus hypocrite worshippers. It's crazy.